Welcome to episode 43 of Terese Talk. I'm your host, Terese Main. By day, I co-host a morning radio show on a network in New York and Pennsylvania. By night, I'm a podcaster. If you're a woman like me who loves Jesus and just wants to serve her family and community a little bit better, you're in the right place. Would you take a moment right now and subscribe? That way you don't miss a single episode. The job is tough. There is a lot of school, a ton of book work. You work most of the weekends, and you're pretty much on call 24 hours a day. That's the picture for pastors today. Most pastors say they're overwhelmed. That's why a kind word, an encouraging note, and maybe even a gift card can mean a lot. October is Pastor Appreciation Month, and while we should really be thankful for those who lead our church every month of the year, it's nice to have some special time set aside to recognize the work they do. 2 Timothy 4:2 says, "Preach the word, be ready in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, and exhort with complete patience and teaching." Boy, that's a tall order. It pretty much sums up the job of a pastor, doesn't it? It's tempting to go shopping for your pastor, isn't it? I mean, that's how we generally celebrate holidays, but it's not necessarily helpful for pastors. Let's say your congregation has 600 people in it. That's 300 families. If even a third of them participated in Pastor Appreciation Month, that's 100 world's greatest pastor desk plaques or coffee mugs or wall hangings, and that is not helpful. So before you buy something, ask your pastor if there's something specific they want. If you don't want to be that bold, ask their spouse or even the church secretary. If it's a bigger item, maybe go in with a couple of church members or just give a gift card. I know it seems impersonal, but an Amazon gift card lets your pastor pick pretty much anything their family wants or needs. You could also choose a restaurant gift card because who doesn't love a meal out? Most importantly, write a note. Let your pastor know you appreciate the work they do. The gift card will mean so much more when it's delivered with a kind word of gratitude. That's a gift that's never going to be returned. One of the best gifts you can give during Pastor Appreciation Month is your faithfulness. Be in church every week. Smile when you see your pastor. Let them know you're happy to be there, that you're excited about the message. If you attend online, you might let your pastor know by sending an email commenting about the sermon, in a good way, of course. Pray for your pastor all the time. Tithe faithfully. Volunteer to serve, and then actually show up. Do what you can to make your church healthy, because healthy churches have a greater impact in their communities, and that helps to spread the gospel, and that changes lives. And I guarantee there's not a pastor who doesn't love that. Another thing you can do is take Hebrews 13:17 to heart. It says, "Obey your leaders and submit to them, for they are keeping watch over your souls, as those who will have to give an account. Let them do this with joy and not with groaning, for that would be of no advantage to you." Pastors are not perfect. In fact, some have given in straight away to evil. If your pastor is blatantly manipulating scripture, you should find a different pastor you can trust. But let's assume your pastor is preaching the word. Submit to their leadership. Don't complain or argue or nitpick. And if you do disagree with them, which happens, speak to them directly with kindness and with love. And before you do that, be sure your issue is biblical and not a matter of preference. Oh, and don't do this right before a sermon or right after, because right before they're 100% focused on the message, that message that they're about to give to the entire congregation. And after church, well, they're probably hungry or tired, or they really have to go to the bathroom. Instead, what you can do is make an appointment, prepare what you have to say, pray over it, and meet on a day that is not a Sunday. If you've enjoyed this episode of Terese Talk, be sure to subscribe and look for the next episode on Tuesday morning. If you really loved it, consider making a gift to Family Life, the ministry this podcast is a part of. Just go to familylife.org and find out more about what we do. Did you know that Family Life offers a variety of podcasts, from news to kids to faith? You'll find a favorite on demand at familylife.org/podcast.